I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, though they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jake the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you won't never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make 'em money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, pacing like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
basketball. I be at the ball like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't. The streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the score in my whole life. My whole life.
Shalom. It's that time again, Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana, will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center. This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family. The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center. For blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to isupk.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout.
The
We just want the
Lord's
great. I'm just
54th
trying to
annual Passover, April the 1st, is coming down to Raleigh, North Carolina. That's right. Commander General Yohana has done it again. You don't want to miss this. Pull yourself. Pull yourself.
All right, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarak Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Lataba Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. You know what I'm saying? This is ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, Lashawan Qadash class. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down for the Chicago school. You know what I mean? Holding it down for Officer Lakam Yala. You know what I'm saying? Officer 500 Asha I here. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into a little bit of Hebrew today. You know what I'm saying? Lashawan Qadash, which means the holy tongue. We're going to get into a few common, like I was doing a couple weeks ago. I'm going to get into some more common terms you may hear that you hear in English, people use in English every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just translate those words here in the Hebrew so we can just get some common words, you know what I'm saying, that you hear a lot that you may not know how to pronounce them or how to spell them out in the Lashawan Qadash. But first and foremost, we're going to go over this Hebrew alphabet, you know what I mean? So we can usually do that to start every class, so we can go ahead and get it acclimated with the alphabet and with the characters and everything like that, you know what I'm saying, for the new viewers. You know what I'm saying? So no further ado, we got the first character here. It's Then you got ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, qua, ra, sha, da. All right. So, and it's the same. You pronounce these here, which is the Assyrian Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Which is a bastardized version of the actual Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? But you pronounce these as different symbols or letters or whatnot, but it's pronounced the same way. Okay, this is a different form of Yiddish, but this is the Azarin, what the so-called Jews today took, and put their own twist on it. This is where they get what they speaking today. All right, this is where they get it from, and they put all of asterisks and everything to add to it. But this Azarin language was the language of the Azarin Empire that they stole from the true Hebrews. Okay, so like I said, same thing down here. You got ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, qua, ra, sha, da. Okay, so the only difference is with this these letters down here for the Assyrian Hebrew is you got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters down here, and if you read right here, anytime you see these letters at the end of the word, and you're gonna Salakia, anytime you see these letters at the end of a word, you're gonna use these characters instead. Right, so these are going to be the characters instead. If it falls at the end of a word, you're going to see these instead of these up top. Right, so but it's going to be pronounced either way. It's going to be pronounced the same way as the Lashawan Qadash would pronounce it. All right, so like I said, we're going to get into some common words, and we're going to write them out in the Hebrew. Then we're going to write them out in the English. First, we're going to do in the English. Then we're going to do the Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew. All right. So, once again, this is the Lashawan. Matter of fact, let me put the dashes through that. Okay, this is the Lashawan Qadash, which means the holy tongue. All right. All right, so first saying that I'm gonna do is gonna be good morning. All right, that's the thing. You at the slave. That's the first thing. You get up early in the morning. That's the first thing people say to you. Good morning. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and start out with that. All right. So this is the English for the good morning. So now I'm going to write it out in the Hebrew. First, I'm going to do as pronounced in the Hebrew. Then I'm going to spell it out with the ancient characters, and then I'm going to spell it out in the Assyrian. Okay, so we can get it, you know what I'm saying, nice and simple. All right, so of course, good, just like many people know, good, you may hear us say it if you watch class often. You must hear us say we tawab or it's tawab. Tawab means good. You know what I'm saying? Good means tawab in the Hebrew. Okay? And you spell it out just like this. Tawab. Very simple. Okay? And you say morning. Morning is babakwar. Okay? Babakwar. Tawab babakwar. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to spell it out in the Hebrew. Starting off with Tawab. And once again, anytime you're writing out the Hebrew, anytime you're writing or reading Hebrew, you want to write it out from right to left. You know what I'm saying? Instead of left to right. You know what I mean? So that's how Hebrew has always been read. That's how it's always been, you know what I'm saying, put down on paper. You know what I'm saying? So Tawab is going to be ta. And then you got wa. And then you got ha. Wa. Wa. All right. And we're going to do Baba Kwar, which is morning. So you don't get confused, this is good. I'm going to do morning, which is Baba Kwar. Matter of fact, let me put an underline. Baba Kwar. All right. That is good morning. Okay. Take a quick second, then we're going to get it right here in the Assyrian. We're going to get it in the Syrian real quick. So we're going to start off with Tawab. Okay. Okay. It's going to be a straight line. You got Tawab and a Syrian. And we're going to go ahead and get Baba Quar, which is morning, and a Syrian as well. All right. And that's Baba Quar, which is morning. Let me just fix this Quar a little bit. All right. All right, so you got good morning, which means in the Hebrew is Tawab Baba Quar. Tawab Baba Quar, which is spelled out. Tawab is going to be Ta-Wab. Ta-Wab. All right? The Ta stands alone, and the Wa and the Ba is connected, which makes Wab. Tawab. It's for good. And then you got Baba Quar. Right here you got the Ba, the Wa, and the Quar. The Quar. The two the Ba is singular, the Wa is singular. And you got Quar, which is connected with Qua and Ra. And you with the Qua, Salaki, with the Ra, you're gonna drop the A. Okay. So you're just gonna have the R, and that's gonna make Quar, which is Baba Quar, which is good morning. So you got good morning, Tawab Baba Quar. So you spell it out in the Lashawan Qadash, and then this is in Assyrian Hebrew. All right, so we can take a moment and go ahead and jot that down. Then we can move on forward. All right, let's get into the next one here. All right, there you got the world renowned. If you got respect for anybody, you should know this word. You know what I'm saying? If you got any type of home training, you should know this word as well, which is thank you. All right. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? If you ever come to a cookout, come to a class, come to any type of organization, any event that we're hosting, or just come around us anywhere in the ISUPK, you gonna hear this word. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, which means the water in the Hebrew. The wada in the Hebrew. It's one word. Like how this is two, the water is only one word. That's how you spell it out. The wa da. Okay? The water is one word. All right. That's how you pronounce it in Hebrew. Then we're gonna go ahead and spell it out too. All right. Pretty simple right here. That's how you spell it out. A little crush. The water. You got the. Very simple. Wa. Da. Okay. The water. Let me write it out. Let me write it out over here a little bit. Let's lock here. Lock it. Okay, so let me help you out, please. It's actually with a hut, man. All right. For what? Oh, kind. Yeah, so it's pronounced da wa da, the water. Right. All right. Come on. And then for those of y'all watching the class live online now, we have something that's called separators and connectors. This right here is what is known as a separator. This is what is known as a connector. You understand? You would have like two little dots that would be on the end that would signify two letters that would be forming one phrase, which in this case would be the. All right. Now the separator would signify only one letter, which is the, and then wa, and then that's it. All right. This is what we've been teaching in the ISPK on the Commander Johanna since 1969, as far as for the Hebrew language. All right, so this right here, it will be pronounced da wa da, which means thank you in the Hebrew. All right, so you got a lot. I'm saying, you're doing a good job. Wow. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it in the Syrian Hebrew as well. All right. Again, you got the. There we go. That's way better. All right. So this is the water in the Hebrew, the Assyrian Hebrew. You got the water. All right. So this is thank you in the Lashawan Qadash. That's how you pronounce it. The water. That's how you spell it out. In the Lashawan Qadash, this is how you spell it out in the Assyrian. It's taking a minute to jot that on down. Move forward. Come on. This is the way to turn the heat up in here. All right, so we should be good on that. So now, when somebody say thank you, you should reply with "you welcome." So we're gonna get "you welcome." After that, okay. And we're gonna go ahead and write "you welcome" out in the Hebrew. Ayan the bar. Ayan the bar. How you say? That's how you pronounce "you're welcome" in the Hebrew. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and spell it out. On the bar. All right. We fix this so good. Let's get it in Assyrian. All right. All right. This gonna be a straight line here. All right, so you got Ayan the bar in the Syrian. So just so we clear here, this is Ayan. So with this here, since this is at the end of the word, you're gonna have a different character. Take the camera over here real quick. If you look here, character you got here in the Assyrian. Yep. Remember, if you use it if they fall at the end of a word, you're gonna use this character instead of this one up here. All right. So you're gonna use this character here, and then all right. Take a minute to jot that on down. All right, so let's move forward. All right. So now we're gonna get into the next word here, which is please. Please, which in the Hebrew is pronounced Baba Kusha. Baba Kusha. All right. Me personally, I'd rather say Baba Kusha than please to somebody. Please just sounds so soft, feminine. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's submissive. It sounds like, please, it just sounds weak, But when you say Baba Kusha, you know what I mean? It sounds like, you're being courteous, but you're also being, strong at the same time. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and write it on out. Yeah, it's a long word, Baba Kusha. You know what I'm saying? But that's all good. That's how you say please in the holy tongue. Baba Kusha. All right. Go ahead and write that out in the ancient Hebrew characters. You got Ba, Qua, Qua, not Qua. Sure. All right, you got Ba, Qua, okay? Just like Officer Kawan had said earlier, these symbols under these characters is gonna be the connectors. Or Salakia, not the connectors, but letting you know if it's a singular or if it's gonna be connected like these here. So you say Ba, Qua, all of these are pronounced by themselves. And then you got this one here is Sha, which is two characters connected together, which is Sha and Ha. But Ha, you don't say Baba Kusha Ha. You say Baba Kusha, and they A on the end of Ha, you drop that. So you just pronounce it as Baba Kusha. All right. So now we're gonna write it out in Assyrian as well. Same thing. Babu Kusha. Assyrian don't have anything under the letter to let you know if it's singular. They always going to be, you're going to pronounce it as you would pronounce it in the ancient Hebrew. Okay. So once again, this is English word please. It's pronounced in the Hebrew as Baba Kusha, and this is how you spell it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you spell it out in the Assyrian. All right, so let's go ahead, give y'all a moment to look that over real quick, and we'll get into another one. All right. All right. So we should be good on that. So let's move on forward. Once again, just to add, if you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you know what I'm saying? This is your original language that you should be speaking. Any language that you're speaking now, whether if it's English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, whatever people that you've been conquered by in the land that you've been raised up in, that is a language that was pushed into you years ago, that was pushed into your people years and years ago. But this is the original language that God gave you. You understand? And this is what you should always fall back on. If you really believe, you know what I'm saying, in the Most High, this is the language that the Most High gave down to you. You understand? So, with that, we're going to get into the next word. All right? Which is, well, I should say, this is a phrase more so than a word. Okay? This is going to be forgive me or excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. You know what I mean? So, oh, pardon me. Forgive me. All right? Of course, that's the English. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? You bump to somebody, step on somebody's shoe in the club. You know what I'm saying? You accidentally, you know what I mean? In the Hebrew, what you would say is, you ain't gonna say, I'm sorry or forgive me. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cringy. You know what I'm saying? To a grown man, you talking about I'm sorry. But if you say Salakia, Salakia, brother, or Salakia, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? That sounds just like the previous word. That sounds more masculine and more of, well, it ain't necessarily got to be masculine. It's more less sounding like you're being submissive and weak. You know what I'm saying? It sounds more authoritative, even when you apologizing. You know what I'm saying? So the word, I mean, the phrase "forgive me" or "pardon me," "excuse me," in the Hebrew would mean "salakia." You will also hear this word a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Because we show the ultimate brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? The most courteous people you'll ever see is right here in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? This is how you pronounce it. Salakia. Salakia. Okay. All right. Salakia. We're gonna go ahead and write it out in the original Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, however you want to call it. You feel what I'm saying? The original language. All right, so let's get it. You got Sa. La. La is gonna be one of the few characters in the ancient Hebrew that actually looks like a L, which is in the English alphabet. You know what I'm saying? You're also pronouncing la. So, you know what I'm saying? It could be easier to remember, but yeah, that's that. Then you got, so this is gonna be lock. So you're gonna have ka. And I'm gonna explain how we get that. Then you got ya. All right, sa, lock, ya. Okay, so here you go. This is forgive me in the or excuse me, pardon me in the Hebrew, and this is how you spell it out. Okay, you got sa, lock, ya. So real quick, if I could, just want to have an example of the luck. In the word salak, see how this is two different characters that's together and they pronounce together. Okay, so this is how you would spell that out right here. This is how you would spell it out. But in this word right here, you know what I'm saying? Since it's salakia, you're gonna drop these letters here, and it's gonna leave you with lock, and that's how you properly pronounce this word. Okay, just so there's no confusion of why we don't put the two A's is because those are dropped, so you can pronounce the word correctly. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the Assyrian. So we're gonna spell it out in the Assyrian now. Okay. So that love is a little bit complex, just a little bit. Oh well. There you go. That's an Assyrian right there. Okay. Make sure y'all can see that. So once again, this is forgive me, or you know what I'm saying. Like that's the thing about the English. You got this one term that you know what I'm saying basically means one thing, but when the word Salakia can mean more than one thing, which is like forgive me or pardon me or excuse me, or you know what I'm saying. It can mean numerous things. You know what I mean. But this is how you pronounce it, and then this is how you spell it out in the ancient characters. This is how you spell it out in the Assyrian characters. And if you ask, why do we use the Assyrian? Is because of the books that's written today in the Hebrew is typically not written in the ancient form. You know what I'm saying? Because they were bastardized by the empires that took the language and didn't keep it at its original form. So that's why we have to read books from this form now. You know what I'm saying? So we can be able to interpret what the modern Hebrew says. Okay, but it's still pronounced as the ancient Hebrew would pronounce it. Okay, so let's take a little moment to look over that, jot it down if need be, and we're gonna get into the next. Okay. All right. So we ain't got too much longer, so we're gonna get a few more in real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because of course we got to get into the round table of truth here at 8:30 or Salakia 8 p.m. tonight. Round table of truth will be airing. You know what I'm saying? So if you definitely want to tune in to that, you know what I mean? That Captain Malquad always dropping the gems, man. I advise anybody to tune in to the round table of truth so we can get it cracking. All right. So next word we're gonna get into is something that our people really lack, especially in the black and brown community. You know what I'm saying? We really lack this, and it puts a lot of us as a people in bad situations that if we did get it, we can keep from being in these situations. Counsel. Counsel. Okay? Counsel. Counsel is something that Jesus Christ himself prescribed to us as a people whose name is Jesus Christ, but you know what I'm saying, the Bible and people know him as Jesus Christ in the world, but you know what I'm saying, his name is actually in the Hebrew Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? That's just his real name. You know what I mean? And this is something that he prescribed us to do, man. You got a problem with your brother, you got a problem with anybody, you got a problem with yourself. If you need help, you know what I'm saying, you should always seek counsel. You know what I'm saying? And somebody should, anybody in the ISUPK will be willing to help you, man. You understand? And this is something that we need as a people. So we're gonna learn this word in the Hebrew real quick. And how you pronounce counsel in the Hebrew will be Itazah. Okay. And for this one, I'm going to actually, well, I should have, I'm going to write the meaning under here. Okay, that's what counsel is. It's a meeting or advice. You know what I'm saying? Between one or two, and a person that's judging the situation to give the correct output of what should be going on and who is right and who is wrong and how should it be resolved. You know what I'm saying? That's what a council. That's how council is held. All right. So it's I to za. Okay. I to za. Council in the Hebrew. Council is a very good thing. Okay. I to za. I to za. Okay. So then we're gonna go ahead and write it out in the ancient. Okay, so I to za. This is how you spell it out right here. I to za. That's how you spell it out in the Lashawan Qadash, the ancient Hebrew, with the ancient Hebrew characters. Just like we said earlier, you know what I'm saying? This I to is both singular. Oh, Christ, sure. It's both singular, and then when you get to za, you're gonna connect these two characters to make this to pronounce it like za. Okay, and just like I said earlier, it's a few characters in the ancient Hebrew that that you're gonna run across that may look like a symbol that's in the English alphabet today, and it actually sounds, looks like a Z, right? And it's also pronounced Z. So you know what I'm saying. There may be some easy to remember since we've been remembering the Z. You know what I'm saying. If you learn English all your life, you should remember that. You know what I'm saying. So you got I to Z. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and get it into Assyrian as well. All right. All right. So let me make that a little more precise. Make that a little more precise. Okay, that's the Assyrian right there. All right, so we're gonna have time for about one more. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be cutting this class short tonight, like I said, so we can get into the round table of truth. Something you definitely don't want to miss. All right. Let's take a moment to jot that on down. You got counsel, which means meeting or advice. You know what I'm saying? It's pronounced I to za in the Hebrew. It is spelled out I to za. That's how you spell it out as well in the Assyrian. So I'll give it a quick second to take that on down. Let's get into the last word. Okay. Let's get the last word real quick. A couple of minutes here. All right. So the last word we're gonna get here is gonna be Salakia. Bear with me real quick. We're gonna get Judah. Now, we've been doing common terms and everything, but so I'm mentioning Christ. I want to get the tribe. Of course, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and this tribe is the tribe that Jesus Christ himself, whose real name is Yahweh, came from. All right, Judah. This is the tribe of Judah. So-called blacks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Slocky. So-called blacks. It's in America that was brought over here on slave ships. You feel me? Judah. You know what I'm saying? Tribe Christ himself came out of, sprouted out of, as the scripture says, or sprung out of. It means Yahweh thanks. Okay, and you write it out as Yahweh. Yahweh. Oh, keep on. Don't slip in. Yahweh. All right, Yahweh is Judah in the Hebrew. Okay. So we're gonna get how you write it out, how you spell it out in the Hebrew. Yahawada. Okay? Yahawada. Yahawada. Judah. All right, so we're going to get that in Assyrian. We're going to go ahead and end the class right there. All right. Yahawada in Assyrian. All right, so once again, you got Judah, so-called blacks in America. You know what I'm saying? Of the 12 tribes of Israel was composed of blacks, Hispanics, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. This is the tribe of Judah, the head tribe. You understand? And it means Yahweh thanks. It is pronounced in the Hebrew Yahawada. It's spelled out Yahawada. Okay, and that's how you spell it out in the Assyrian Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a quick second to look over that. And we're gonna go ahead and end this class tonight. Okay. All right. Most High in Christ. So with that, this is the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, under commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been bringing out this truth, which composed of this Lashawan Qadash, and we're going to continue to bring out this truth. You understand? With that, that's my